The procedure for DSHA and company, it's basically a software company, but they also allow to set electronics. So the procedure, it was basically allowed for 3 branches: computer science, IT and electronics and communication. And the CGPA criteria was, it was 7.5. So around 120 to 150 students sat in that DSHA. It comprised of 3 rounds. First was a written round which comprised of 3 sections. The first section was quant and reasoning, which you have to complete in 30 minutes. The questions are very easy, but the only thing to judge is your speed. And the second section, it comprised of programming questions, which are basically C-based, C++ and Java-based. That too, the questions are not that tough. They only judge you on the basis of how you attempt the questions. The questions are quite easy, you just need to crack the logic. And the third section comprised of 10 direct answer questions were there, which were based on networking, computer networking. Then on the basis of written, they shortlisted 20 students. Then the 20 students shortlisted were asked for the first technical interview. The first technical interview in my case, as I am from electronics and communication branch, they basically asked me communication and electronics related question, like where did I did my training and the topics that I covered there. Besides that, they asked many questions related to OS, operating system, computer architecture and networking. Networking, if even you don't know, you should just convince them that you will be studying in your coming sem, and that much brief idea how much you have, you just need to give them that you will cover it. Then besides that, they asked many questions related to DRAM, SRAM, the difference between them. Then the latest technologies in electronics, like they asked questions about 3G, 4G, LTE. And then on the basis of second technical round, 6 students were shortlisted. Then those 6 students were called for second technical interview plus HR. So the second technical interview, they were basically software questions. So programming questions were there. They give you basically easy programs are there, you just need to sort out, and also insertion sort question was there. If you belong to electronics branch and you tell them that you are not comfortable with C++, then ask you to do it in assembly language. So I did insertion sort in assembly language 8085. And beside that, many other programming questions were there. They're all easy questions, like they give you numbers, you just need to sort them, arrange them in a particular order. Besides that, they ask some aptitude questions also, like they asked me 2 magnets we have, bar magnets are there, they are just put on the table. You can't move, you just can play with them on the table only. You can't take them anywhere, and you have to find out the poles and all. So just they judge what your approach is towards the problem. So you just need to tell them, I'll keep one fixed and bring the another one closer to it. And then as the field is stronger at the pole side, so I'll know which one are the similar. So they are satisfied and they just help you in the middle, like you are going in the right direction or like that. Then they ask some basic question like difference between calloc and malloc and all that. Then technical round, basically if you are from Tronics, then they don't ask much related to software. They make you feel comfortable, and then in the HR interview basically. So they ask, initially they ask your interests and all. Then they ask you how many companies have visited your college till now and how do they select. They ask you everything related to your campus and all, how many students you have, your infrastructure in your campus. Then after that they ask like your habits, your aims and achievements. And then they ask that we are a software company, do you think we'll hire an electronics candidate? So I just think that we can prove a better advantage, like we know OS, architecture and besides that we know the core basics also. And so just the HR is mainly, they just judge you and they ask you if you have such a good CGP, then they ask you, are you sure you are going to join our organization? Then you need to convince them that, okay, you need now some industrial and practical experience after your academics. Okay, some important tips to crack DSHA. First of all, if you are not from the CS or IT core branch and you are from the electronics branch, then it's not necessary that you know C and C++ other languages. They will. It's better if you are strong in assembly language and other, then ask you to program in assembly language only. And the second important point is that operating system, computer architecture, and computer networking. These 3 subjects are the most important. These are mainly the core subject. Maximum questions are asked from these fields only. And if you are a topper, like then they'll judge you on the basis of CGPA criteria. Then it's like you should not make them feel that CGPA is not that important and you are good at other fields also. You should make them realize that you participate in other also, and make them feel that I'm good at other parts, and convince them that you are going to join the company and you are not going to go for higher studies. And the other than that, though basically it's a software company, but still there are opportunities in other fields also. They'll convince you, like they'll tell you that they work also in the R&D field, the financial and the management field. So if you do not belong to CSIT branch, then also you can have an advantage. You can prove them useful to them in the other fields and other branches. So DSHO is a very good option even if you don't belong to CS or IT branch.